everyone, welcome to my how-to series. Today we are going to make two types of condiments. We are going to make fried shallots and fried shallot oil. For these two condiments, we only need two ingredients, the shallots and the oil. For the fried shallots, usually I'd like to use two types of shallots. I like to use the sweet shallot and the rose shallots. So to get started, we have to clean our onions. We have to peel them and slice them. And here I'd like to show you how I like to slice my onions. Usually I like to slice them in rings, like this. Yeah, so for the rose ones, usually it will be two bulbs in and smaller, and that's how I like to do it. Okay, so in this way it's easier later when we need to separate them. Okay, we'll come back when all our onions are nice and sliced. So all our shallots are ready. I've sliced them and separate them, but I just wanted to show you that once you slice them in rings, you know, all you need to do is you can separate them like this. Okay, yeah, so that's what we want to do, and we want to have it loose so that when you're frying it can cook more evenly. Okay, so this is quite a lot of shallots that I'm using, so I need a fairly big amount of oil. And this is the jar that I always use for my shallot oil. So I measured it using the same jar. I measured it until towards the top, and this is the amount which I estimate at 2.5 cups. Okay, now the other thing I just wanted to mention, because you know, when you're in the kitchen, safety is very important. So sometimes when we're frying, when we're doing something, and especially when you are dealing with hot oil, you always have to be ready. Okay, this is what I used to teach my students, to always be ready, because your phone can go off and then you thought, oh, okay, a quick call, but you've forgotten your food on the stove. So because we are dealing with hot oil, what I've done is that I've put this here in case you need to suddenly you realize that your shallots are already too brown or going to be burned. You can very quickly just pour it into another dish that is not hot, but you have a proper tabletop. Put it on standby in case. Okay, so from here we're going to move onto the stovetop and start our frying. Okay, so oil is heating up, but before we start frying, let me just share with you a little bit about the equipment that you should have ready next to your stove. Okay, so if you look over here, I have two ladles. Okay, I have a small and a larger one. Through my experience, sometimes I need both, so I just have it on standby. And I also have a wooden pair of chopsticks here. Okay, so you must not use ceramic chopsticks in hot oil. Use some wooden chopsticks on standby in case you need to separate the shallots when you need to. Okay, and then the other thing that I wanted to share with you is about the oil. Here I'm telling you that I'm using rice bran oil. Okay, it's from the rice bran. I don't use vegetable oil because vegetable oil that's out there, I know it to be very toxic, and we don't want to use that. Okay, it causes inflammation in your body, so you don't want to use that, because this shallot oil you're going to use for cooking, transforming your dishes, so it's actually mainly used. Yeah, so choose a very good oil, and I choose the rice bran oil because it has a high smoking point. Okay, vegetable oils are made out of seeds, hard seeds, and they're actually black in color, and they've been bleached before they reach your home. Okay, all right, so now we're going to start frying, and usually some people, they will put the chopstick in, and then you can see that bubble, that means it's ready. But just common sense, if you use our common sense, you can just put it in, and there you go. Okay, so like I said, you must have enough oil for this amount of shallots, so I use it quite a lot. Yeah, so from here, what you want to do is you want to you need to babysit your onions. Okay, it needs to be babysit, and you cannot take a call or don't be distracted. You need to babysit your onions, because when it's ready, it just suddenly becomes ready. Okay, so you need to babysit this, and what we want to do is that we want to bring it to a stage where it's almost ready, and then I'll show you. Okay, so as you can see, we are getting there, and patience is a virtue. Don't go anywhere. Always be alert and babysitting your onions, because once it's gone, it's gone. Okay, now for this, as you can see, when I'm using this chopstick, I can help it. Okay, I can help it separate more, you know, and I can put the ones that are not directly on the fire, I put it in the center where the fire is, things like that. So the chopstick comes in very handy. And then the thing is, it is always better under than over. Over means gone, black, and you know, give you a bitter profile. So this is already considered ready. Okay, there are some parts that are probably not as brown, but now we turn it off and we start to remove it, because it will continue to cook. Yeah, it will continue to cook. So what we do is we already start to remove them, because it's a golden, beautiful golden color. So you see, I had the other ladle, but I'm still using the smaller ladle. Well, mostly because I have a small, I'm a smaller person, so you know, small is easier for me. So what you want to do is you want to take it out of the heat as quickly as possible, having it this color. All right, and then the oil, you leave it in the pan until it is completely cool. Now the fire is off. Okay, but as I've mentioned just now, you might need another pan that's on standby. Okay, just in case. All right, so okay, I'll see you when we have transferred them to the containers. Okay, our delicious condiments are ready. The kitchens and the whole house smells delicious. What I can tell you is that these condiments are what you would regard as essential even in restaurants, okay? Because just makes your life easier, and it has the ability to transform your dishes. Anyway, before we go into me telling you how you can use this, I just wanted to tell you that in some other recipes, they do sprinkle their shallots with a bit of lime and dust it with flour. But in this case, I didn't do that, okay? And it is just plain, simple, and very, very crispy, okay? So now, how can you use this? All right. Firstly, for the shallots, you can use them for garnishing your dishes. That means you use a bit of this oil, you stir fry your vegetable, and then you just sprinkle a little bit of shallots on it and your dish. So that's the reason why when you go to the Chinese restaurant, you say, wow, so delicious their vegetables are. It's because of that, okay? And then you can use it for soups, okay? Imagine your soup to be so boring and bland without any garnishing. This one is one of them that will help you, okay? And then fried rice, you know, to put it over fried rice, your meat dishes. Now, the thing about the meat, I find that you can use it on fish and chicken, but anything gamey, not so much, okay? You can try it, but for me, I use it for like chicken and fish, and it's really a beautiful garnish for those kind of dishes, okay? Like for tonight, I'm having crispy fish, so I'm going to garnish it with these shallots and some scallions, coriander, a bit of fried garlic, and then it becomes a 5-star dish, okay? And then apart from garnishing, you can use it in your dishes itself. That means if you're making Asian dishes like Ayam Kicap, when you put in your water and you are simmering it, you can take 2 tablespoons of this. That's why I use a lot of this. Put it in your dish, and then the dish is like, wow, you know, it doesn't have that chicken smell and that fishy smell. It's really nice, okay? And then you can use it for your sambal when you're about to take, you know, when you pound all your chilies and everything. You can take 1 or 2 tablespoons of this and you pound it in, and your sambal, different level, okay? It transforms it to the next level. It gives it some complexity. It's no longer boring and bland, okay? So yeah, I guess that's it, everyone. I hope that you will find these 2 condiments helpful in your kitchen. Please remember to click subscribe for more secrets and tips from me. Press on the likes to send me some love and encouragement. Leave a comment so we can connect, or tell me what dishes you have in mind that you want to learn or you've always wanted to learn. And please share my channel with your friends and family so they can get better and better at whipping up more delicious food for the family. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye for now, and see you soon.